Em mong mình lớn nhanh từng ngày, hương này tự hào đi lên vươn cao vươn cao lên thiên nam sáng rỡ cười chạm cánh những tài năng sáng danh đất nước hãy hơn nữa.
Mà thầy cũng đến một cái công việc vào hầu hay mối á, hóa sữa hả? Hóa sữa.
Thiệt ra thành đại gia.
Đến đây. Chuẩn bị xe đi bà. Mương này mai chị thế nào? Đi bảo anh Thảo ơi, anh Thảo ơi, anh bảo. Ông ơi.
Almost similar to me. Just defenders, charging at him, curled a beauty similar to that into the top corner for the equalizer against Qatar. And this time from a dead ball, John. The dead ball is always supposed to be the easier bit, and why not? Quang Hai has shown that it is easier to strike a dead ball if you've got that great technique. And I can see that Quang Hai certainly has been practicing that, because it's so smooth. I mean, you look at his movement, he doesn't take too much of a run-up as well, but he just gets the technique, right, and then the rest is just celebration.
Absolutely right, Shabir. It looks so easy, doesn't it? But so often what happens on the field, doesn't just happen. It's by design. It's taking a bag of balls after training when all your teammates are stretching, cooling down, getting a shower. You're out there. You're out there with the third coach, and you're taking a bag of balls and you're curling them and curling them and curling balls and you're curling them and curling them and curling. You're out there. You're out there with the third coach, and you're taking a bag of balls and you're curling them and curling them and curling them. You've got a youth team goalkeeper in there standing, getting bored, getting stiff, but your kid's trying to bend them into the corner, and you're hoping that in a final, just like now, you get that opportunity and you go ice cold. And that's where he went, ice cold to the corner, and you're hoping that in a final, just like now, you get that opportunity and you go ice cold. And that's where he went, ice cold.
Certainly, I mean, his composure. at that moment, when everybody else heart is, literally thumping out of their chest, he's ever so cool, so calm. Practice makes perfect, and practice is what he has been doing, John. Just like David Beckham, he just mastered that technique. And no matter what a storm is brewing around you, you just concentrate on what you do best. I mean, look at that.
His teammates actually expect him to score. There's two Vietnamese teammates of his that go and move the Uzbekistan defender off the goal line. They're going to move him off that goal line, and then once he's moved, he just keeps his head nice and calm, composed, gets over the ball, and just caresses that into the corner. It's a wonderful strike, but because it's central, Chevy, he has to put disguise on there, and that disguise looks a little bit better by a left-foot.
I love my left-footed midfielders, John, and Quang Hai is one of those, and obviously Yakshi Boyev as well. But I think the Vietnamese will look back at the goal they conceded. I mean, I did say they didn't defend a corner against Iraq, against Qatar. They didn't defend a free kick well when the ball is put into the box like that. And here it is pure defending. I mean, when you look at it is Xuan Man, the number 2, John. He's got to be goal side of the attacker. He's not goal side. He allows the attacker to get goal side of him, which is definitely going to create a big problem for you. Xuan Man should be closer. He should be parallel to him. He should be tugging him.
But that's one of the things. You and I have worked together for a number of years now, Chevy, and I've never really asked you what you prefer in a defensive situation like that, because what you have there, that's half zonal marking, and then that's man-to-man marking. It's not one or the other. Which one do you prefer?
It's got to be man-to-man, John. It's got to be man-to-man, and you've always got to be goal side. Where and your body position has got to be in such a way where you can see the ball and you can see your man. If the man gets in front of you, you definitely are going to react faster. But if the man, makes a dummy run, gets behind you, gets a powerful header in, then it's fine. But it's man-to-man. For me, it's man-to-man, because it also allows the goalkeeper sometimes to come out into a certain space to get the ball. The goalkeeper is the one, who should be allowed that space. But if you zonal marking, it's like the goalkeeper, in my opinion, is pretty much helpless. Because he is not someone who can judge where the ball is going to land. But if he knows that man-to-man everybody is marked, if I have an opportunity, I'll go for the ball. Zonal marking, I've never seen a goalkeeper even attempt to come near, because there is just you don't make the goalkeeper feel secure enough.
Alright, if you are just joining us, just a reminder that they are still in the process of clearing the pitch of snow. The latest we've heard is that there will be another 20-minute delay to proceedings, but we are still expecting the second half to get underway shortly. If you are just joining us as well, we've taken a look at the 2 goals. Let's just take a look at 2 rather contentious penalty decisions, although when we looked at them the first time, I think it was agreed in the studio that neither of them should have been a penalty. But just in terms of the referee's good decision, John, how much harder is it made a decision by these conditions? Because he can hardly see, can he?
Yeah, it's made more difficult, because also the Uzbekistani players are wearing white. Their socks are white, and in the blink of an eye, when things are happening so quickly, a lot of the referees will just look at sock colour, and they'll be looking for a coming together of sock colours to see if there's any contact. There wasn't any contact. Have to highlight once again Tien Dong, number 4, on the left-hand side of defence for Vietnam. He went missing. He was the defender that got rounded and enabled Uzbekistan to get in behind and cut that ball back. He is a little bit of a liability. Likewise, Dickman as well. He was number 11 on the right side of defence, and basically they're both leaving Trong isolated. Keep an eye out for that in this second half. But still excited about this second half, because both sides are playing some really tidy stuff in these conditions, and it looks like the conditions are going to get a little bit better in this second half. Perhaps it will help Vietnam.
Yeah, I think we're just excited to see play get underway again. Before that, let's just take a look at the other penalty decision. I said there were 2 penalty shouts. So this is Vietnam's claim in the 35th minute, and I think we're agreed here, Chevy, that again, a very good decision by the referee.
Yes, very, very good decision. I thought it was a very, very dramatic fall from Quang Hai. If we see that again, yes, you know, it is Yakshiboyev actually in that tussle with Quang Hai. But no, I think the referees made two great decisions considering the conditions.
All right, as you mentioned, the conditions are getting slightly better. They are clearing the snow away. 20 minutes we're expecting play to get underway in, so we will get you straight back to play as soon as it does start. But for now, let's just take you back to Vietnam's last round, their semi-final match, and we'll take a look at the first half, because this is, of course, how they got to this landmark historic final.
Hello, we are back in the city of Tung To in Jiangsu province, where we've been watching some fantastic matches here at the Tung To Olympic Sports Centre as part of the AFC Under-23 Championships. We are down to the final 4 teams, and the first semi-final this afternoon, it's Qatar versus Vietnam. Of course, Qatar have been one of the pre-tournament favourites. They got to this stage, but always picked out as one of the dark horses, and there's been no doubt about their quality. But it's these guys here, the Vietnam crowd, the Vietnam team, that have really captured the imagination of this competition. They were not thought to be the side that would get through the group stages. They have worn that underdog tag, very, very proud dog tag, very, very proud. A region that is absolutely fanatical about football, but so often flatters to deceive. And also a shout out to their fellow Southeast Asians, Malaysia, who bravely bowed out in the round before. And it was such a shock that bigwigs Thailand, of all teams, scored the only goal through a lovely individual effort from Akram Afif. Again under pressure in the second half, but looked very comfortable overall. And finally, that was some doing, isn't it? Beat China 2-1, next to 2 goals from unrepresented one in each half. Progressed to the knockout stages. Taking on Pakistan in the quarterfinals. And that was a game really that they weren't expected to win. It turned out to be a little bit comfortable, despite having two teams make their way out here. I'll tell you what, the crowds have not been big in this tournament, but they've been extremely vocal. And Vietnam, of course, more and more Vietnamese coming to support their side. Don't forget there's more and more Vietnamese coming to support their side. Don't forget there's a big Vietnamese population that live and work in China. This will be like a home game for them. You can bet right now we're going to hear a rousing rendition of the national anthems.
We